Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's class will be a 15-minute afternoon yoga class that's perfect to do when you're taking a break from work to get recharged and re-energized. So let's begin in Supta Baddha Konasana, lying down on your back, the soles of the feet come together, knees fall apart. Reach the arms up overhead so that you can start to open up the chest a little bit more, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, softening the jaw and the neck. Taking deep belly breaths here, in and out through the nose. Inviting the knees to open up a little bit more. And our breath is really the key to energizing our body here. So make sure that the breath doesn't become short or shallow and that you don't hold it in. Keep it dynamic and powerful. Let's bring the knees back in towards each other. And then draw your right knee in towards the chest, straighten the left leg and plant the left heel down into the ground. So especially if you've been sitting all day, we really want to make sure that we can stretch out the hip flexors and release the lower back. Switch legs, left knee in, right leg out. Bring both knees in towards the chest and then curl head and shoulders off of the ground. Give your legs a big squeeze as you engage the core here. And we'll get into the abdominals a little bit. It's a really easy way to get a boost of energy. So keep your right knee in, reach through the left leg, and reach your arms forward. Head and shoulders still off the mat. Press the lower back into the ground, pull the lower belly in, spread through the toes, and switch legs. Right leg out, left leg in. Lift the collarbones up a little bit higher. Toes are about at the same level as your eyes. Bring your knee back in, and then relax head and shoulders back down on the mat. Straighten your legs so toes point up, and on the inhale, curl head and shoulders up. Exhale, set it back down. Let's just do that a few more times. Inhale to lift, maybe curl tailbone up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift up, pull lower belly in. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher, squeeze the inner thighs, curl tailbone up, and exhale, set the head back down. Inhale, lift head and shoulders, squeeze the inner thighs, and relax. Last one, inhale, lift up. Exhale to lower. Bend the knees, rock up and down the length of your spine to come to seated. And then swing the legs around to take wide-legged child's pose. So big toes are together, knees are apart. Walking your hands out in front of you so that you can melt the heart and the forehead down to the ground. Really reach through the fingertips here. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And press the hips a little bit closer towards the heels. Let's lift up onto hands and knees, tabletop pose. Firm up the belly and we'll take a few rounds of cat and cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And on the exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Take a few more. Go at your own pace. Fingertips are spreading wide. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Come back to center, walk your palms a few inches past the shoulders, and we're going to lift up into our first downward facing dog, straightening into the legs. But because it is our first downward dog, feel free to paddle the feet, bending the knees, shaking out the hips, really doing any little movements that you need to do here to get comfortable. Downward dog is a great energizer because it is an inversion, so your heart is higher than your head and hips are higher than the heart. Shift forward into plank pose. We're holding here for a few breaths. You can drop down on your knees if you need to. Otherwise, firm up the belly. Keep reaching the heart forward. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Press into the back heels. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, lift the hips up and back to down dog. Let's reach our right leg up and back. Bend your right knee, open up that hip. So really get some mobility into that right hip. You're engaging the glutes and the hamstrings to lift the right knee up higher. And then we'll step our right foot in between the hands, lower your left knee on the mat, and take a low lunge, reaching your arms up overhead, biceps along the ears. So once more, targeting the hip flexors, stretching deeply to the front of your left hip and thigh. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Release your fingertips on the mat, straighten your right leg and fold. Hamstring stretch here, flexing your right toes so that they point up. Try not to lean all of your weight into that left hip. Stay nice and centered. Bend into your right knee, keep your left hand on the mat, lift your left knee, and then your right arm will reach up for a twist. Looking up if it's comfortable for your neck. Look down, bring your right hand down, and then you're going to lift up into your standing splits. So standing on your right leg, lifting through your back left leg, and folding. So walk your palms in a little bit. Firm up the belly, lift up the chest a little bit, and we're going to come to stand. So bring your hands at your heart, and then you're going to squeeze your left knee in towards your chest once you get there. Standing up nice and tall. Bring your hands on your waist, step back into a high lunge, palms on the mat, find your downward facing dog. Second side, let's reach the left leg up, bend the left knee, open up the hip. Let's straighten the left leg, step that left foot forward. Low lunge, so back knee comes down, arms reach up. Careful not to stick the upper ribs out here or to tilt the pelvis forward. Keep the pelvis neutral so that the tailbone points down and the upper ribs zip in. Lift the chest a little bit higher. And let's stretch the hamstrings, so fingertips down, straighten your left leg and fold. Still maintaining those same deep, powerful breaths we had at the beginning of our practice. Bend into your left knee, keep your right hand down, lift your right knee off the mat, and extend the left arm up for a twist. So left shoulder is stacking over top of the right. You're pressing into your back heel, firming up that leg. Look down, bring both hands down, and come up into your standing splits. So you're standing on your left leg and you're reaching through your right. Toes are spreading wide. Belly is engaged. And you can bend your knees as much as you need to here. With control, start to lift the chest, hands at the heart until you come to stand at the top of the mat, and then you're drawing your right knee in towards you. Tailbone still reaching down. Bring your hands onto your waist, step back into your high lunge, then palms come down on the ground and lower both knees on the mat as well. Let's come to seated with your legs straight out in front of you. Draw your right knee in towards the chest and cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Bring your right fingertips behind your lower back as you inhale, left arm reaches up, and on the exhale, you're going to hook your left elbow to the inside of the right thigh crease to twist as you pull that right shoulder back. Try not to round through the spine here. You want the crown of the head to be reaching up and lengthening. Release, come back to center. Uncross the legs. Bring your left knee in. Cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Bring your left hand behind you. On an inhale, right arm reaches up. And as you exhale, bring your right elbow to the inner left thigh crease to twist. This time, pull your left shoulder back. Lower belly hugs in to help you lift from the lower back. Release, come back through to center, straighten your legs, and lower all the way down onto your back. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh and start to draw your left knee in towards the chest, recline pigeon. Really great hip opener pose. Make sure that your right foot stays flexed so you're protecting your knee. Release and switch sides. Cross your left ankle over the right thigh and then draw your right knee in, making sure that the left foot stays flexed this time. Let's release. Straighten your legs on the ground and take a little Shavasana. So I hope this practice helped you get a little bit of a boost of energy. Hopefully it can replace that second coffee that you might be used to taking. This is where I will leave you. If you enjoyed this class, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much. Namaste.